A recent episode of BBC Classic Antiques Roadshow left expert Mark Smith very impressed. A bombing map used in World War I during the attacks on England was brought in by a guest, and Mark detailed why the find was so rare. As he explained to the shocked guest, the item was the last of its kind. He estimated an eye-watering valuation. "When we think about the bombing of England, we automatically think about the Blitz in 1940, Mark commented. He continued, "But you have a map here showing routes from Europe, mostly to London, and this is a bombing map. But it's a bombing map from the First World War. Now, most people never think that we were bombed in the First World War, but we were. Firstly, by Zeppelins, so the big airships, and then secondly, a much more sophisticated way of doing it, something called the Gotha bomber." As his curiosity piqued, Mark asked the guest, "Where did you get this map from?" "So, this was handed down to me from my grandmother, whose family grew up and actually farmed on the Isle of Sheppey," the owner of the map explained. He added, "We know that a plane crashed in Sheppey, and we assume it's on their farm." Mark responded, "Right. So the map itself shows routes from this place here called Oestacker, which is near Ghent. And then each track takes us across the channel and then to a target in London, and they're bombing London." "What happened to this crew?" "We found out that they were shot down on the last bombing raid of London in the First World War," the guest answered. "And they were shot down onto the Isle of Sheppey, but the plane that actually shot them down actually took off from Throwley Airfield, which is literally a stone's throw over there. So a very local area, really, for this map," Mark pointed out before elaborating further on its significance. "Don't miss. 4 in a bed star puts head in hands and sobs over guest feedback." Latest, EastEnders exit for Emma as Lola Pierce's health declines. Spoiler, The Apprentice fans slam winner as wrong decision by Lord Sugar. Reaction, he went on, "So up here, and it's very hard to see, but we have the gentleman's name, Lieutenant Britkovsky. This is a canvas map, so inside the aircraft, I mean, it's still a First World War aircraft, so it's quite cramped. So the map itself, as you can see, folds, so that's the bit he would have been looking at, which is why it's so dirty. Because I think that's handprints as Hess working his way across the map." "What happened to the crew?" "Apparently, all 3 died," the Roadshow visitor informed Mark. "They were shot down, crashed in flames on the Isle of Sheppey. And they were later given a proper military burial on the Isle of Sheppey itself." "How long have you had it?" a curious Mark wondered, to which the owner replied, "So, it got given to me just before Nan passed away, so I think about 25 years. I would suggest that it's worth somewhere in the region of £2,000 to £2,500, Mark revealed. "Really?" the stunned guest asked, adding, "I did ask someone before and they said around £245. "No," Mark assured him, explaining, "I would say that is probably the only one of these left in the world. It's absolutely incredible. It's one of the best things I've seen on the Roadshow this season." Antiques Roadshow airs on Sundays at 8 p.m. on BBC One.